Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. This is the part 3 of the Isekai historical romance manhwa recommendations. And I know the last one is a long time ago, but here we are now. And before we go in with the video, as you can see, only a small percentage of you are actually subscribed. So if you want more manhwa recommendations, please do not hesitate to subscribe as it really helps the channel a lot and you will be kept updated whenever I upload new videos. Without further ado, let's get on with the first one. The first one is called the symbiotic relationship between a black panther and a rabbit, also known as the little rabbit and the big bad leopard by Saddam and Mogin, an original web novel by Yasik. It is currently ongoing with 26 chapters and its official website is Tapas. The world of this manhwa is centered around these noble families that are actually animals that can transform into humans. There is a ceremony where when they reach a certain age, they should be able to transform into humans. That is a milestone and achievement for them, but there is a special case where this girl from the rabbit family named Vivian was not able to do that. When they learned that Vivi can transform, they disregarded her and treated her as an embarrassment. It includes her family, even the servants, and most of the members of the house look down on her. At last, there is a point that the head of the house decided that they should just throw her out of the house, and they actually did that. It was ordered to these merchants and they planned to throw her in this dangerous area where this is like the border where most of the dangerous animal family houses reside. Going with the situation, Vivi was actually scared and sad. She was ready to be thrown out, but later she was picked up by a man who is a member of the panther family named Ahin Grace. Ahin instantly takes a great interest in Vivi and brings her with him to his palace. He thought that it was just a normal rabbit. On the other hand, Vivi was scared for life because she thought that Ahin would eat her since he is a member of the panther family. And that is the start of Vivi trying to survive this situation alongside with the crazy turn of events. The male lead is the chaos-hungry, obsessive type of character and is soon to be the head of this top-tier house which is the Panther House. Now, when this type of character is put beside the cute and adorable rabbit that is Vivi, it looks so endearing. When they started to form this connection that she might not be a normal rabbit and he started to always think and worry about her, it gets so good, like their moments are cute and heart-flattering until Vivi can now transform. Vivi's human form is actually so beautiful, like overall, it is such a good read and I can't wait for these two characters to develop their relationship more and the story gets better and better. The second one is called False Confession by Kuara and Hainok. It is currently ongoing with 54 chapters and its official website is Tapitun. Renesha is a girl who got reincarnated from the real world and became a saintess. She had her own share of difficult beginnings, but later, it turns out that she had the greatest divine power and being a saintess became her life duty. Currently, the emperor of the kingdom is fighting enemies in one of its countries. In the kingdom, there are two powerful forces that are leading the army, which are the Grim Reaper of the battlefield named Duke Covert and the Empire's hero leader of the Paladin Knights named Prince Alvin. They are to lead the war and high-performing saintess are voluntary to join. After debating with herself, Renesha came to the decision of joining the war. Throughout the days, she developed feelings with the ever so kind and handsome Prince Alvin. Due to his welcoming presence and excellent skills, she instantly became attracted to him. She also developed a relationship with Duke Cupboard, but due to his scary appearance and dark personality, she remains casual with him. Not really the same as how she acts with Prince Alvin when she is all smiley and happy. The war is coming to an end and the manhwa actually introduces the story when Renesha can't suppress her feelings and she wanted to confess her love to Prince Alvin. She feels that Alvin also has feelings for her, and the time of her confession comes and she can't put her mind into it. So, she drinks a lot of beers and became really drunk. Next thing she knew, she was confessing smoothly, but not to Prince Alvin, but to the Grim Reaper of the battlefield, Duke Covert. I have my fair share of opinions about love triangles. Most of the time, I feel like they were unnecessary and irritating, but I will give this one the pass. First of all, this is an exciting read. It is in the format where the introduction takes place at the last part, so we get to see how Renesha will develop these relationships with this man. Prince Alvin is very like the Prince Charming type of guy. He is very kind, handsome, and dreamy, while Duke Covert is the silent, mysterious, dark, and straightforward type. They are both attractive to me, like the way that all the soldiers are literally injured and these two remain harmless and untouchable throughout all of the chaos. It's making me feel things. Renesha is getting these two guys. Like, how does it feel to live my dream? I'm so jealous of her, to be honest, but enough of that. It's actually engaging up until the last chapters, and all I can say is expect the unexpected. The third one is called Leveling Up My Husband to the Max by Caroline and Uginon, an original web novel by Nova. It is now ongoing with 13 chapters and its official website is Webtoon. The Telesdo family is left alone in the cold place of the East. When a lady named Amber married to the son of the Telesdo family named Carlix, her life became miserable. Carlix is always cold to her. Throughout the 10 years of marriage, they seldom talk to each other, and Carlix never fails to show that he regrets marrying Amber. Addition to that problem is her evil mother-in-law who won't give up being the head of the Telesda house, meaning Amber was left with nothing and is known to be the abandoned duchess. At the end, the house of Telesda fall because of famine and they are framed by the emperor himself. She can't accept the fact that she will die just like that, especially with the child inside her, so she begged to let her live one more time. Moments later, she is back 10 years ago when she is about to marry Carlix and is determined to change the future and see her child again. But wait, because of her finally standing up for herself and changing the events, her husband's attitude completely became different. Will they be able to resolve their conflict with each other and finally let their true feelings out? Prepare for the misunderstandings that will come. You know the drill with this kind of story, but I assure you that these two are of the few that are trying to really resolve the problem, though they sincerely talk to each other after a couple chapters, so hang in there. I think that what I really like the most is the main theme, which is like restoring the land of the East and outsmarting Amber's enemies, which is the mother-in-law and her people. I need to applaud her because she is very like villainous and threatening. I hope that Amber will continue to fight and for her and Carlix to stop causing misunderstanding and finally be open about loving each other. The fourth one is called the Duchess 50 Tea Recipes, also known as 50 Tea Recipes from the Duchess by Ant Studio, an original web novel by Lee Jiha. It is now completed with 128 chapters and its official website is Tapas. Hajong is a woman from the modern world. We can say that she is the pushover type who let other people, in this case her office mates, to just order her around. They pass their work to her and get the credit when it is a success and blame her if it fails. One time, it was this big project that failed and the boss told her to resign. Fed up with their attitudes, she gave the resignation letter and drank herself to sleep. When she woke up, she was now in a different setting and now in the body of the Duchess named Chloe Badenberg. Chloe was actually in the same situation as her. Although she was the Duchess, she is disrespected by the maids because they look at her as pushover, quiet, and she tolerated all of the things happening. That is why the maids thought it was okay. She also can't report it to her husband, Alphonse, the Duke, because they were really not that close and was the product of arranged marriage. With all these situations, she came into a possible solution for all these problems, and that is to serve a good cup of tea for all the people and herself. I recommend this if you want a more of a light-hearted story. I think this manhwa has few of its flaws, like most of the conflicts are literally solved by them having tea. The romance between Chloe and Alphonse also started because of the tea. It can go both ways, like it should be fine because it's literally the premise of the story, but for some people, it may become too repetitive and cliche. But even so, I like to praise it for incorporating the art of brewing and serving tea because that is a real skill. In a way, it's satisfying to see Chloe just enjoy her tea together with all the people, like it's very relaxing. If you want a chilling and a stress-free manhwa, this might be it for you. The last one is called A Tyrant's First Love by Kim Soo and Chihuahua. It is now completed with 75 chapters and its official website is Tapitoon. The female lead, Dia, is a servant in the house of a baron. She has no memory of her past life, and the thing that she only remembers is her days living in this house as a servant. She was regularly abused by the members of the house, and it's so bad that she can only eat a decent meal when there is an occasion and she can eat the leftovers. The only person who helped her and became her friend is the eldest son of the house. One day, the bloodthirsty emperor of the empire named Kerr came to visit. He is actually sorting all the women in the kingdom to search for this one specific girl. It turns out it was actually Dia. When he saw her at the baron's house, he immediately claims her and bring her with him to the palace. There, Dia just sort of adjusted her life as almost as the lady of the emperor. As she continues to live there, Dia finds the secret of the emperor. He is actually a vampire that always craves for the blood of humans, and Dia's blood is considered special. Nonetheless, Dia can't deny the connection she had with the emperor and how there is a possibility that he actually knows her and he may help her into remembering her forgotten memories. I feel like this one is kind of different from others in a sense that this is my first time reading a historical vampire story. It is intriguing at first, and I think because of the short chapters, I was able to read far. But as I go on with the story, the backstory is actually interesting at first, but I feel like they drag it super long. I just wish for the two main characters to have more moments because the chemistry is there and I feel like they can do much more with that. On a good note, the art style is beautiful. Like it's these dark and edgy colors that highlighted the ambience of the story real well, and this might be the read for you if you're looking for something new. That is all for the video. I hope you enjoyed it and find it informative. This is quite the lineup and I hope at least a couple catch your attention. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good day and I will see you next time.